Imagine a speck of an island smaller than Los Angeles, with no oil, no farmland, no natural advantage. Hemmed in by powerful neighbors, scarred by centuries of colonialism and war, it's a place destined to fade into obscurity. Yet, in just 6 decades, it catapults from a muddy trading post to a global titan of wealth, safety, and innovation. This is Singapore, one of Asia's four little dragons. Forget the tired tales of skyscrapers or GDP stats. Today, we're uncovering Singapore's true magic. Its human alchemy, how it transforms diverse cultures, gritty resilience, and bold ambition into a formula for triumph. This isn't just a success story. It's a blueprint for turning ordinary people into an extraordinary force. What's the spark that made this impossible dream real? Buckle up. We're diving into the untold story of Singapore's rise. Let's rewind to 1965. Singapore's freshly independent, forcibly ejected from Malaysia after heated disputes over race and governance. Its 1.9 million people are squeezed into 700 square kilometers smaller than Rhode Island. Unemployment sits at a crippling 10%. Racial riots ignite streets, and the average income is a mere $500 a year. Lee Kuan Yew, the nation's founding father, weeps on live TV. Confessing survival seems like a long shot. The odds are grim, no resources. No hinterland, just a fractured society on a swampy rock surrounded by skeptical neighbors. But this is where the alchemy begins, not in ports or policies alone, but in the people. Singapore's story is about human alchemy taking a chaotic blend of Chinese, Malays, Indians, and Eurasians mashed together by British colonial rule and forging them into a unified, unstoppable force. This isn't just an economic miracle, it's about transforming diversity, trauma, and isolation into creativity, resilience, and global influence. We'll explore how Singapore outmaneuvered its fellow dragons Hong Kong, South Korea, and Taiwan by betting on its human capital in ways others couldn't. From its days as a pirate-haunted trading hub under the British to a modern marvel, Singapore's journey is a testament to human potential. Think about your own community, what differences could spark greatness. This is the human engine behind the Lion City's roar. First, diversity not a buzzword, but Singapore's survival weapon. In the 1960s, racial riots tore the city apart. Chinese, Malays, and Indians clashed, leaving dozens dead. Harmony seemed impossible. Yet instead of settling for tolerance, Singapore's leaders engineered unity through radical experiments. The Housing Development Board, or HDB flats, aren't just housing, they're social alchemy labs. By law, every block reflects the national ethnic mix, 74%. Chinese, 13% Malay, 9% Indian, and others. No ghettos, no isolation, just forced mingling that breeds connection. A Chinese auntie shares chili crab recipes with her Malay neighbor, while Indian kids play cricket in the courtyard. Over decades, this proximity builds empathy. Surveys show over 90% of Singaporeans report positive cross-ethnic interactions, making it a global leader in racial harmony. But it's more than peace, it's an innovation engine. McKinsey research shows diverse teams solve problems 30% faster. Singapore's multicultural chaos outshines South Korea's more uniform chaebol-driven model. The arts scene reflects this. The Esplanade Theatre blends Chinese opera, Malay, Zapan dance, and Indian Bharatanatyam into new forms like cross-cultural musicals that tour globally. In the 1970s, community centers hosted kampong spirit events, think mixed race, cooking contests that turned strangers into neighbors. Food is the ultimate unifier. Hawker centers, those gritty, bustling stalls, serve Michelin-starred Hainanese chicken rice next to halal nasi lemak. Peranakan cuisine, fusing Chinese and Malay flavors, is a culinary mirror of the nation. Try this blend two cuisines. You love what's the result? That's Singapore's creative mindset. This diversity powers a multilingual workforce. Most speak English plus Mandarin, Malay, or Tamil. This linguistic edge opens global markets. Grab, Southeast Asia's Uber, was born here because founder Anthony Tan, a Malaysian-Chinese Harvard grad, fused Eastern hustle with Western tech savvy, building a $40 billion empire. Or take Lazada, an e-commerce giant, founded by a German expat and local partners, leveraging Singapore's diverse talent to dominate Southeast Asia. Carousell, a flea market app turned unicorn, came from 3 young Singaporeans of different ethnicities brainstorming in a dorm. Their varied perspectives made secondhand trading a global hit. Unlike Hong Kong's finance-heavy growth, Singapore's multicultural spark drives its ranking as the world's most competitive economy in 2023. Its diversity model even inspires cities like Toronto, which studies Singapore's HDB system for integration. Now, resilience, the scar tissue that makes Singapore unbreakable. No oil, no rivers, no farmland, just a speck in the ocean. Yet it thrives. Why? Trauma forged an unyielding spirit. In 1942, Japan invades, crushing Singapore in days. The Gibraltar of the East falls, followed by the Sukching massacres, killing thousands. Post-war famines and floods deepen the wounds. These scars birthed Kiasu fear of losing out. It's not paranoia, it's proactive grit. Singaporeans chase opportunities with relentless drive, turning vulnerability into strength. Education is the bedrock. In 1965, literacy was 60%. Today, it's 97%, with PISA scores topping global charts. It's not just rote learning, it's resilient thinking. Schools teach total defense, blending military training with mental fortitude. Every male serves 2 years in national service, women volunteer too. Joseph Schooling, Singapore's first Olympic gold medalist in swimming 2016, credits NS camps for building the grit to outswim Michael Phelps. During the 1969 race riots, ordinary citizens formed peace committees, proving unity under pressure. Resilience shines in crises. In the 1970s, floods crippled the city. Today, a 2B drainage system with real-time sensors makes Singapore flood-proof. Water was another hurdle reliant on Malaysia for 40% of supply. Political tensions risked cutoffs. Enter NEWater, recycled sewage turned potable. Now 40% of supply. Cleaner than most bottled water. Singapore is also a pioneer in vertical farming, with Sky Greens producing 10 times more veggies per acre than traditional farms. While Taiwan excels in semiconductors, Singapore leads in sustainability, ranking first in Asia for green urban planning. Personal stories amplify this. Sim Wong Hu, founder of Creative Technology, rose from poverty to invent the Sound Blaster card, revolutionizing PC audio. His no U-turn syndrome, keep pushing forward, defines Singapore. During COVID, diverse volunteers formed mutual aid groups, delivering food to quarantined families. In the 1980s Asian financial crisis, Singaporeans rallied, taking pay cuts to keep jobs, showcasing collective grit. This alchemy turns scars into strength, making a resource-poor a resilient giant. Next, connectivity turning geographic isolation into global influence. At Malaysia's tip, Singapore could have been a forgotten outpost. Instead, it's Asia's crossroads. Changi Airport is a marvel, voted world's best for a decade. It boasts waterfalls, butterfly gardens, and free cinemas, handling 68 million passengers pre-COVID. The port handles 1/5 of global containers, thanks to its strategic spot on the Strait of Malacca. But humans drive this. Immigration policies attract global talent. 30% of the workforce are expats. Indians in tech, Filipinos in healthcare, Westerners in finance. Unlike Hong Kong's colonial legacy, Singapore grants permanent residency to skilled foreigners, fueling a brain gain. Shwetank Verma, an Indian engineer who arrived in 2010, co-founded Quantedge, a hedge fund managing billions, drawn by Singapore's openness. In the 1970s, Singapore lured multinationals like HP, creating jobs and knowledge transfer. Tech hubs like Block 71 birth giants like Sea Limited, a 100B company blending gaming Garena and e-commerce Shopee. Founders Forrest Lee, Chinese-born, US-educated, and Gang Ye, Singaporean, embody this global fusion. Singlish, the English-Malay-Chinese Creole, bridges worlds. It's quirky yet precise, letting locals pitch to Wall Street or haggle in markets. The Shangri-La Dialogue, a defense summit, draws world leaders, cementing Singapore's diplomatic clout. The F1 night race pulls 300,000 global visitors, blending adrenaline with business deals. The Smart Nation initiative uses AI for traffic, healthcare, and elder care, pushing the digital economy to a projected $22 by 2025, outpacing other dragons. How does your city connect globally? Singapore proves small places can play big. Finally, innovation, the pinnacle of Singapore's human alchemy. Success isn't enough, they're future-proofing it. Biotech shines. Singapore sequenced COVID genomes in days, aiding global vaccines. It hosts GSK and Pfizer hubs, producing 25% of Asia's biomedical output. Education fuels this. NUS ranks top in Asia, emphasizing entrepreneurship. Students intern in Silicon Valley via NUS overseas colleges, launching startups like Carousell, a flea market app turned unicorn. Carousell's founders, all in their 20s, blended Chinese thrift with Indian bargaining culture to build a platform now in 8 countries. Diversity drives this women lead 30% of boards, beating global averages. Ho Ching, Temasek's ex-CEO and Lee Kuan Yew's wife, grew a 300B sovereign fund. Rachel Lim, co-founder of Love Bonito, turned a blog shop into a 100mm fashion brand, leveraging her team's Malay, Chinese, and Indian insights to crack Southeast Asia. AI Startup Advance. AI, founded by a diverse team, now secures financial systems across Asia. Policies like Skills Future give every citizen $500 for lifelong learning, turning workers into innovators. Unlike South Korea's high-pressure work culture, Singapore champions work-life harmony, ranking high in global happiness indices. The Silver Generation Office trains seniors to use tech, like apps for telehealth, keeping them active. Challenges like aging and inequality persist, but initiatives like the 1B Smart Nation sensor platform tackle them using IoT to optimize cities. Singapore's not just a dragon, it's a phoenix, rising stronger. What's Singapore's lesson? It's not about size or resources, it's human alchemy. Diverse cultures, forged through trauma, connected globally, and driven by innovation, create something greater than the sum. From riots to harmony, scarcity to surplus, isolation to influence, Singapore proves the real wealth lies in us. This isn't just Singapore's story, it's a challenge for you. What's the alchemy in your life, your community? How can your differences spark change? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more untold stories. Let's keep this conversation alive, share one idea that inspires you. Thanks for watching, see you next time.